All right, well, welcome everybody. Cleta the Cheetah here. It is January the 1st, 2024. Y'all, one day of this new year is almost gone. Can you believe it? Like, we got 364 days left, in a couple of hours. So today, I mean, there's so many things you can say about 2024, out the door, do more, be more, raise the score. There's so many. Mary Kay chose soar like never before in 2024. I like that. I think I'm just going to stay with that one. But Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a great Christmas. We missed talking to you last week. When you miss 1 week of a Boss Babe call, you really miss 2 weeks of seeing people. So I don't like it. So thank y'all for jumping on tonight. I know it's a holiday, so we're not going to keep you forever, but I do have a couple announcements before I start the little January PowerPoint. And one is that we have decided to put our little Mary Kay on People Management book on hold for 7 weeks. Because my friend, National Sales Director Karen Riddle, she designed a brand new Boss Babe series for 7 weeks, and she's got 7 national sales directors that are participating, and it's called Boss Babe 2024 Boss Babe Be a Risk Taker. And so there is a workbook that you're going to want to print out because it has some accountability sheets in here and some things that you're going to fill in, and we're going to do a little recognition. All right. So, and your director can do some recognition for it, but you get points for different things. All right. And so, like, for example, attend your meeting with your camera on. Hello. Weekly accountability call with your sales director for every new name and number collected via a skincare survey, warm chat, or referral. You get different points. Okay. Points for every party booked with 3 or more there. Points for every party held. Points for every face pampered. Points for every guest who attends in person or virtual. Points for every career chat. Points for every career chat book, for every career chat held, and for every new team member that you sign up. So there's lots of ways to get points. And so we'll have a little queen of the boss babes, when our thing is done. But we'll kind of recognize you each week. And so while we do this, we're going to start this week. So next week, when you come on here, you can go ahead and tell us how many points you have. All right. And then you can send your little sheet to your sales director. All right. So you might say, where do I get this booklet? I have on Cheetah Nation, my Facebook group. I've already posted it today. But on the YouTube video, which is running right now, tonight, I will put a link in the description. So if you're watching YouTube, look in the description of this video and you'll see a link for this awesome booklet that you can print out. And so I'm just going to punch holes in it and put it in a little notebook. That way I can have it right on my desk and work it. And it's just a great, and all those things I just read, they're great for directors to do too. Wouldn't y'all agree? So the biggest thing I want to tell you is next week is going to be the first one. And it's a very special one because it is not only for you, get ready, it's for your husband or your significant other, your man in your life, because Karen Riddle and Kim McClure are going to be on there with their husbands. And so it is about being a risk taker, and they're going to talk about risk. They took, I don't know what they're going to talk about, but they said to invite the men. So if you have a man that would like to watch, and it's about 15 minutes, the video that they're doing, 15 or 17 minutes. So it won't be like I know men, they're not going to sit there for an hour. We would, right? We would talk for 4 hours, but it's 17 minutes. And so if they will come sit with you for a minute and watch it with you, that would be so awesome. Plus, I personally would like to see your man. I think it would be awesome. And so I'm going to make Brad do it so you can make your husband do it. He would, I don't have to make him, he would do it. But anyway, so that's the first one. It will start next Monday, January the 8th at the regular Boss Babe time, and it will end in 7 weeks. So February the 19th. Then we will pick up on our book, and according to February, we may just do how every beginning of the month they have new things. So we'll talk about that for sure. And then we'll do the Boss Babe thing. So I think it's going to be fantastic. And then we'll pick up on our book because it's a great book, but we have to be flexible. And I think the nationals that prepared this are pertinent for the beginning of a year. And I just think it's going to be awesome. So I wanted to let y'all know that so that you could print it out and be ready this week because the points start this week. All right. Okay. So let me share my screen with you. All right. And hopefully everybody can see that. I'm gonna make it where I can see it a little bit bigger. So first of all, just want to say Happy New Year 2024. My husband and I are going to be married 10 years this year, and it has gone by fast. I can't believe it. We actually, last night I said, Brad, I said, this is really our 10th year, New Year's, because we met in April and we celebrated on year 0. We hadn't been, known each other a whole year before we celebrated our first New Year's Eve. So anyway, it's going to be a great year for me and for y'all. I just know it. I know it. So our director's memo came out, and I just picked out some of the things that I thought was most important to talk about tonight. And some reminders for everybody. So number one, the Mary Kay Spring Lookbook is coming out, and it will come out in February. Okay, I know in a lot of y'all's places there's 14 inches of snow on the ground, but we're still calling it spring, right? You can get your pink out and wear it anyway with your fur coat on top of it, all you Michigan gals. But you have to register your customers for this by the 17th of January. So for those of us that are going to leadership conference, a lot of us will be gone, so we need to make sure we do it before we leave. So I'm probably just going to go and do mine tonight. But it's just 90 cents a name, and they will mail out February the 8th, and there will be a sample inside it. So don't forget to do that. And that is the preferred customer program. And if you will go to the new In Touch, you can just look under business tools, and it should be right there. And if you can't find it, just in the top, type in preferred customer program. Okay. And you should be able to find it. All right. Next, this is the cool little prize for this month. This is like a little acrylic memo board that you can draw with a dry erase marker. You can use every day for your 6 most important things for your Mary Kay business. Isn't that great? And just erase them off after you do them. So it might be sell $300, call 10 customers, book 5 parties. Whatever it is for your business that day. Mary Kay always believed in writing 6 down before you go to bed. So this is the gift for January for doing at least $600 in wholesale orders. Okay. If you have been doing this all year long, in fact, you should tell me in the chat or comment if you're on YouTube. If you have not missed a month since July the 1st, since July, then you are on target for this really cool and beautiful watch. So please, in the chat, tell us if you are on target for this watch. If you signed up, like I have a girl in my unit that signed up last month, and she did $1,000 order. So she is actually on target as well, because she has not missed a month since she's been in this year, right? So it doesn't. So if you signed up in September and you did it September, October, November, December, you're on target for it. Does that make sense? Now, toward the end of the year, you can't win it just by doing it in June if you're new. I think there's a minimum of, I don't know how many months, but anyway, we can look that up, but that don't apply to us right now. But excited about the memo board, and I'm excited about that beautiful watch. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about Career Conference. Career Conference opens next month, the registration. Okay, Career Conference is in March. It's on March the 22nd and 23rd, which is a Friday and Saturday. And then at 2 locations, it's also on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and that's Spanish. And so if you're Espanol, then you're going to go the Sunday, Monday. Otherwise, you're going to go Friday and Saturday. And they are at these 6 locations: Allen, Texas, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Bellevue, Washington, Charlotte, North Carolina, Long Beach, California, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. And there will also be a general session that you could just watch online. Okay, so a couple little facts that you're going to want to know about this. First of all, registration opens for the Nationals on February 1st. They were open for everybody else on February the 5th. And that's when all independent sales force members. Normally, that's not a big deal. But this year, since there's only 6 locations, I would imagine that it's going to sell out. I mean, there's only 6 locations. Used to, we'd have them in 30-something locations, y'all. So there's only 6. For my group, we'll be going to the North Carolina one. That's the closest one for us. So, the goal is get your money together. We're going to talk about it's $120. And I mean, like at 8 o'clock, whatever time it opens up, 8:30 Central. So that's 9:30 Eastern. I mean, like get on your computer, and the minute it happens, you sign up. The minute, like, crash the system, all right, and get your money in so that you will get in. And then you can get your room and all that other stuff, but you've got to get your registration fee in first, all right? And so you can decide which one of these is closest for you, and that if you want to go and spend that night. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of perks by going in person. And so $120. You have to register by the 29th. Okay. There, if it's still available. But there also, if there is some on-site registration, okay, if for some reason it doesn't sell out, then it'll be first come, first serve there, and it's 130 at the door. All right. And then there is a general session viewing. So it's just, it says on demand, which includes on demand that you can just watch it at any time. Don't have to be on that day. And all of us that register for the in-person can go back and watch the general one. The general viewing will be the one from Allen, Texas. So they will video the whole conference from Allen, Texas. And that's what you'll be watching. Okay. You can watch the live stream, and then you can go back and watch it on demand. And that's $65 to watch it from your own sweet home. Okay. All right. Now, here's the exciting part. Can you say Louis Vuitton? This is a really nice Louis Vuitton bag. And they are going to be giving these out at every conference in person, and one for all people that do general. They're going to give one for the general session people that register. If you register on site, you won't be in the drawing. There's a couple little things I need to tell you. So I'm just going to tell you some details about it. I don't have a Louis Vuitton purse. I know some of y'all bougie. You probably got like 10 of them. So I think I need to win it. So how do you get that? All right. It says we will all Mary Kay consultants to work on their business with the power of one. So starting December 2nd, so some of you probably have already qualified. From December 2nd to February 29th, so 3 months basically, directors and beauty consultants who add 2 or more Great Start qualified team members and register for career conference will be entered into the drawing to win a Louis Vuitton handbag to be given out on stage at every location. Each additional Great Start qualified new personal gets you an additional entry up to 39 entries. So they max it out at 13 per month. So let's say you got 10 new people, then your name would go in one time, and then an additional 8, so it'd be 9 times. One for the first 2, and then 1 each for all the other ones. So you really could have a good chance to win. Okay. Also, it says there's more. Nathan Moore is going to attend the conference that has the most Great Start qualified new personal team members counting toward this challenge. So that's exciting for him to be at one of the locations. So it might not be Texas, it might be one of the other ones. All right. Okay. A couple of details of this. I've kind of already mentioned that. Let's see. Oh, must be present at the time of drawing. If the person is not there for any reason, another name will be selected. So if you decide this is a good time for you to go to the bathroom and they do the drawing, you don't get your Louis Vuitton. Can you even stand it? But the good news is they did tell us when. I got these little, I know y'all are glad you know me, because most people do not read all these details. So you can't never not be my friend, because I'm going to help y'all. So what it said is that it's going to be on day 2 toward the end. Okay. So if you go to career conference and you say, I can't go the second day, or I got to leave 2 hours early, you're not going to win the bag. Okay. So you better be in your seat toward the end so that you can win. So stop drinking water about whatever time. That's the rules. I understand though, right? Because when you draw, you want someone to get up there and win it. They're going to hand it to you, and they're not going to go, oh, she's in the bathroom. No one can pick it up for you. So I don't even know what to tell you, but they are going to give you a kind of a heads up too. All right. And they're going to reveal that. And then the ones for the general session, it says it will be immediately following the drawing. Let's see. The general session viewing drawing will take place during the Allen, Texas conference, immediately following the drawing for that location. So once they draw for the one on stage in Allen, Texas, then they'll do the other drawing, and they'll announce it. This is the winner for the general viewing. Okay. So, but to get your name in, you have to have 2 Great Start qualified team members. That's someone that comes in and does a $600 order within their first 4 months in the business. All right. So it even could be someone that came in, you know, and they might have joined in December, but not get qualified till February. Right. So you can do it. You can do it. All right, they're going to have a lot of other recognition at Career Conference. And so these are some of the bling badges that you can get. Of course, you'll have this power bling badge if you are in that drawing. Cadillac units, Cadillac drivers, Premier Club units, Grand Achiever units, beauty consultants that are in the Grand Achiever, new directors. If you're in red, if you've ever done Go Give, all of these on targets, in addition to all the other ones about, like if you did the MK University or the color class or the clinical solution class, all those. So you can have a big old bling badge. Okay. So that's Career Conference. Go ahead and decide now. A, I'm going. B, where are you going? Okay. And you may say, hey, I live in Georgia, but I want to go to Washington. I'm buying my ticket. So you can buy your ticket, make sure it's with Southwest in case you slack and don't get your registration in, because you'd be going to Bellevue just for vacation. All right. So registration is the key. What day is it? The 5th. All right. Second, the 8 out of the gate is going to continue through June 30th. So anyone that has 8 active team members can submit DIQ all the way through June 30th. So even this month, you get 8, then February 1st, you can go into DIQ. So that, I want to just make sure everybody knew that. There is a new hashtag they want us to use starting right now, and it's hashtag MyMKSkin. And it says, if you need an inspiration for a skincare video, you find it on social media, and use this hashtag MyMKSkin in your caption so potential new customers know your flawless skin comes from your Mary Kay product. So anytime you do a facial, anytime you post a picture of you and lipstick and eyeshadows, you're doing a charcoal mask, whatever it is, start putting My MK Skin. I love that. I think it's awesome. I mean, that's going to get the word out, right? And another way to use this is you can search for My MK Skin and have a ton of people. You could share their picture. Like I might see Maureen's picture and go, she is drop dead gorgeous. Boom, share it to my story. Yes, I will. And whether I really know her or not, because that's okay. It's her skin, right? And I'm gonna tell my customers to do it too. Like, at a party, you could say, hey, I will take a picture of you. I want you to post it and put My MK Skin. Will you do that for me? Okay. And then, of course, it says the new year is the perfect time to share the business opportunity by showing how it fits in your life using My MK Life, which we've been using for a while. Okay, there is something new for the sales directors, but consultants, you are involved because we can't win any of this stuff without you. So it's a unit. The director gets the prize, but it is a unit pride. Okay, unit gets the pride, and there's It's the 6 most important thing board that they're doing, and it starts today. It goes interactive as of tomorrow, and it's between now and the end of the year of the seminar year. And so from January to June, you have to have 12 unit Great Start qualified beauty consultants, so at least 2 a month. All right. You have to have at least 12 star consultants, so at least 6 a quarter. Then you have for the Soar Like Never Before, the goal is 36. That's 6 a month. Okay, now you can catch up. You could do none and then in June do 36, but the goal is to get it on up there, right? First line sales director develop one new offspring, and then a 10% unit growth. And so it is, they will tell you what your month end was, and for last year, what you did, and then the unit growth for that. And then a beat your prior unit sales volume. So the unit growth is your number of unit members. Okay. And then this is beat your unit sales volume by 10% from January to June, what you did last year, January to June. All right. And so then they're going to have recognition. If you do 3, you get this super cute little cosmetic bag. Adorable. If you do 4, you get this custom Mary Kay crossbody with this interchangeable straps, and the custom bag, and you get to go on stage. If you do 5, you get a Tory Burch watch. Hello, the bag and the cosmetic bag, and you get to go on stage. And if you do all 6, they're gonna just throw you in an iPad 10th generation, a pink one that has Mary Kay logo on the back, and all the other stuff. That's a cool gift right there. That for the geeks. in the building. I just got a new iPad, but you know what? I will sell mine, or actually, Brad uses it more than me. I'll give him mine, and I will take my free one. So that is a good thing. But here's the deal. So our consultants, like, we cannot win that iPad unless we have a new director. So we got to have some people. Where is it? 8 out of the gate. We got to have some DIQs to get it done, and work on our stars, work on our sword achievers. And then by doing all that, your unit will increase for sure. So that came out today. Just to remind you, the startup options, everybody that signs up is at least 35, then they can add on the sample pack, or they can add on the Pro Start, or they can add both of them. But it's a great deal. I was talking to someone on Saturday about signing back up. She says, how much is it? I said, okay. I said, it's $30, $35. I said, and you get you get a book and like a couple of things in the mail. I said, but then you can add on the kit. That's $488 worth of products for $90. And you can add on $90 worth of samples that you can just hand out at the grocery store for $45. She goes, oh, okay. So I said, but really just to get on in, just get you $35. So I'm trying to get her in today. That would be good on January 1st. So here we go. As a reminder, we're at the halfway point for the courts. So 24 Great Start Unit team members is what you're going to get this beautiful diamond and gold pin, B pin. And that, of course, 12 is Princess Court for that. All right. So if you have 12, you're on target officially. They wanted to let us know that, like, for career conference to be considered on target for that, to go on stage and stuff like that, you have to have at least 16, and they do already all have to be qualified. I wanted to let you know that. I also wanted to let you know on career conference that to get the gifts for being on target or top 10, that you have to be there in person. Okay. They're not doing gifts or recognition for the general viewing for obvious reasons. Okay. This is the big, massive, big girl ring that you can earn by doing the National Queen's Court of Sales this year. And that is 40,000 retail. So if you have 20,000 retail in, who has at least 20,000? I know some of us do. Then you're on target for that. And if you do at least 20,000, you don't get that beautiful ring, but you are in the Princess Court. Now, they have not told us yet if you're going to get to go on stage. We don't really know. That's not something they have always done, but you will be recognized. You will be recognized in your unit and in your national area for doing Princess Court for sure. Okay, so these are all the prizes. You can see some of the other ones. This is for the $500,000 ring, this beautiful triple star necklace. You got to have it. And of course, bar pins for the sales directors and units that do at least 300 or higher. So, it's the halfway point, but don't panic. There's so many times I have not been on target for what I won by seminar. So many times, because your best 6 months are going to be your next 6 months. That is just the truth. We don't have any huge major holidays to compete, as far as like where people just take off so much like we do in November, December. I mean, we do have Valentine's Day and Easter, Mother's Day and Father's Day, but those, Mother's Day and Father's Day are selling opportunities. So anyway, it's just going to be a great 6 months. I just know it. I wanted to post this, and I know we're talking to a lot of unit members, but just to remind you of the ladder, the career path ladder, you have consultants, senior consultants with one or two active. Star team builders, that's the red jackets here. Jamie had this pretty jacket on a few minutes ago. And that's with 3 or 4 active team members. Team leaders have 5 to 7 active team members. Elite has 8 or more active team members. And at the elite position, you are eligible to go into DIQ should you choose to do that. And then DIQ is someone that is in director qualification with 8 or more and has submitted a letter to the company stating the fact that she is going into director qualification. So I want you to think where you want to be by the end of the month. Like, where are you right now? And where would you like to be by the end of the month? And honestly, by the end of the week. It doesn't take 30 days to get one team member and get her order. It doesn't. You're going to work on it like one day, and then she's going to sign up, and then it may take a couple days to get her order in. But it does not take 30 whole days. Believe me. And a lot of y'all on here, I know you, and you've gotten 5 recruits in a day. So It's just a matter when you decide you're going to do this. So I want to just kind of show this little shout out to the Cheetah Nation who are on the list, but I would like to fill every hole and then have another sheet over here with all the new people that have moved up. Like the sheet's not big enough, right? I want to end with a little quote from Mary Kay Ash that I saw today. I thought was so good. And it says, she said, remember that the hardest part of any job is getting started. J.C. Penney once said that, and it is true. So get home and get started and get going. Be careful not to confuse mere activity with action. You can put a lot of miles running in place, but we will stop right where you started. The secret to constructive action. The secret is constructive action. Placing a value on your time and learning to balance and budget your time. Treat it as if it were gold, which it is. And she did this at the New Frontiers Management Conference in 1989, which is what they used to call Leadership Conference. And I went to church last night, and the lesson from the preacher last night was talking about Ecclesiastes, where there's a time to be born, a time to die, and there's like 16 things. And they said not one of them were people multitasking. And he said, and then he made a quote, and I can't remember who the guy was, a quote that said the most profane thing he had ever heard in his life, not a cuss word, not, some profanity, but for him was someone said they just were killing time. And they said that was the most profane thing that they've ever heard, that when you're just killing time is precious, you don't get it back. So you want to make use of all the time that you have every day and every minute. And it was really something that just kind of stuck with me when I heard it last night. I'm like, isn't that the truth? Wasted time, killing time, because there will be a time that you will think, oh, I just wish I had more time to do this, right? So take advantage of that time when you do have it and get started, treat it as gold. I just thought it was a great quote, kind of went with the sermon that I saw yesterday. So just to and we're just going to soar like never before in 2024. And I know it's going to be our best year ever. I just feel it in my bones. I do. And I hope y'all do too. And listen, we're just not going to even worry about what we did or did not do last year. Some of it was good. Some of you are like, man, and I've recounted some major life things last year, and all of y'all have had them. Mine included a hurricane, moving, selling a house, moving a house, getting a farm, mom in the hospital a couple times. I mean, a lot of things, and some good things too, like going on the top director trip and fun times with my friends. This year's going to be filled with the same great things and things that are hard. But if you have a good attitude, you stay close to God this year, then he's with you in every single one of those times. And I just feel like we are going to have a fantastic year with the Boss Babes. We're going to kick it off good and strong. I'm going to see a bunch of y'all this weekend at January Jumpstart in Valdosta, and I'm looking forward to that. And so thank y'all for watching tonight. We will talk to you that are live here in just a second, but I'm going to stop the YouTube. YouTubers, don't panic. Give me 30 minutes and I'll put this up here on the description so that you can print out your booklet for next week. Bye, everybody.